Future news, brothers and sisters. Future news. To my Rahim here, Messenger of the Covenant. Break up 7 seals. Again, brothers and sisters, open challenge. And we're available. We can be reached. $5,000. Anyone that can prove, right, the lying son of a devil, no good Farrakhan, his preachings is consistent with the lessons, supreme wisdom of Master Prophet Muhammad, Elijah Muhammad's representation of his teachers, Master Prophet's teaching. It's been over 2 years, I believe, had this open challenge, and no one stood up, and they know about it. They know about it. They've been contacting anything. They can't contact $5,000, no questions asked. But the challenge they have, claim $10,000, you cannot reach them. Because I'll take a challenge anytime. I've been a millionaire. Because every damn thing that lying dog Farrakhan says is a goddamn lie. I know him. I was there from 70 to 75. I was in the bad-mouthed messenger when they took in the average nation of Islam, took everything they could, took off after Elijah Muhammad departed. And they was plotting against him. Like I said, how do you know who the plotters are? Because when the plotters hatch and successful, those the ones that stand up, they were the plotters. See? And Farrakhan lost were the plotters. So they claim they'll give $10,000, and they say no one calls Farrakhan a liar. Well, that's a lie right there. Because I've been calling him a liar for over 30 years. He's a goddamn liar. No good son of a devil, like his father's a devil. And the lesson says devils are filthy through and through. And you start as a sperm, and whatever your father is, you are. He's filthy through and through. Move on, brothers and sisters. I'll take that challenge anytime. Send me an email. Post it. I do it publicly. And I'll kiss Farrakhan's ass if I'm wrong. In public. Okay, brothers and sisters, I may have solved my problem. We'll see. I had to restart. I was just buffering and slowing down, and I may have solved it. We'll see. Anyway, my main topic is the death trap. Before we do that, let's look at this clown show we received yesterday. Ezekiel's will. They claim to be telling about Ezekiel's will. Right? Now, Elijah Muhammad, understand this. Elijah Muhammad taught from the sealed Bible. He never saw the unsealed Bible. He taught him sealed, that's all he had. And he knew it was sealed because he said it was under veil, and he knew it was something, it was wrong, because he called it the poison book. But he was told to use whatever he could to get the information across. So he looked at it, he compared what Elijah Muhammad taught him and tried to compare that, try to draw that information out of the sealed Bible, and did the best he could. So I'm not holding that against him. But he did not understand the unsealed Bible. He didn't know it. He did not know Revelations. He had no idea, because it says no one knew that. No one. So he couldn't know it either. Only one, the Lamb. And seals wasn't broken at that time. Elijah Muhammad never claimed he broke the seals. Master Muhammad never claimed he broke the seals, right? So that means he couldn't have possibly knew what it meant. He was just guessing, but he was trying to use the knowledge he had from the supreme wisdom and Master Muhammad told him to try to draw information out of it. Understand that. See? So I don't represent Elijah Muhammad, right? I confirm Elijah Muhammad, right? I bear witness to him, but I do not represent him. And remember, he's prepared way before the mess of the covenant, not the other way around, right? And he goes further, says he wasn't worthy to even wipe the feet of the mess of the covenant. Oh, they're going to have power. That's what it says. That's what John says. I'm not, but I'm not holding that against him. Understand that. So he could not have not possibly known what the angel was saying about this. So anyway, let's get to it. I want to get to my main subject here. But see here, now, does the wheel look like a lion, a calf, and a face of a man, eagle? I mean, is that what the wheel looks like? Well, that's what it says. But remember, he avoided giving a description. That's why. But then he have to explain, how does it look like a lion? Because that's what Ezekiel saw. How does it look like a calf? Are they animals? The wheel's an animal? It's a biological thing? It's an animal? It's made of lion bones and calf feet and eagle wings and it flies like a wheel. I mean, stupid. They're all stupid. See, they're all full of crap over there. And they got an evil day waiting for them soon. Because where do you go to, you find out what that really means, just go to Revelations. And tell you it's the four nations. It's the nations. Those wings represent the nations. And the nations built the wheel. He claims we're going to live on it because New Jerusalem. Let me move on, brothers and sisters. Like I said, imagine have a stroke with these people cracking up. Okay, let's get to the main thing. Death trap. So I'm looking not too bad so far. Right. My topic. Death trap. Now the scripture is clear. It's clear on this point. That'll destroy us. The problem is that you think it's talking about false Israel. That's distraction, deception. See, get you think you're talking about them. But we're talking about you. So first of all, and this is going to probably take about 3 different sessions to explain this because there's a lot of information here, brothers and sisters. And so I know if I sit down and explain this in detail, like probably deserves, it'll be a few hours here. I don't want to do that. So let's go as far as I can today, right? Oh yeah, okay. Now the serpent, see, you don't know who the serpent is. You need an angel key for that. If you knew who he was, I'd tell you, oh man, well anyway. The serpent was a cunning animal in the field which Lord God had made. He said to the woman, God has, well, the bottom line is, he told her, right? See, don't eat that tree, her and Adam. Don't touch it, don't harm it. Don't destroy it, don't harm it. Go eat something, you take out resistance. Right? But the serpent said, no, that's not true. He calls God a liar here. Who's the serpent? You need an angel key to know who that serpent is. You'd be surprised to know who it is. Maybe, maybe not. Anyway, he says no. He says, because when you eat it, remember, this is a tree, knowledge of good and evil, but there's no tree to my knowledge that produces 2 types of fruit. So it's several trees here you're talking about. One tree of good and one tree of evil. But don't eat of them. See, don't harm them. You understand? Okay? See? And the fact that says your eyes will open and you become like God, that's very important. I don't know if I can get into that today to explain that. Okay. This is serpent. Now he's talking to the woman. And the woman represents America. Adam and Eve. Remember, Eve came out of Adam's side. But Adam came from the dust of the earth. And said earth represents Europe. And Great Britain is not in Europe. It's an island off the coast of Europe. Maybe you didn't know that. What I call the British Isles. So it came out of Europe, and the English, so-called English, there's no really English tribe. Because the so-called English language is made of all the different groups out of Europe, because that's when they was banished, and they was escaped, and they was hiding, they leave Europe and run to the island. And so it's made of all kinds of people. That's why it says Adam was made of the dust of the earth. Made for all the people of the earth, the European countries. Mixture. That's why English language got Spanish in it, it's got English, it's got Greek in it. I mean, yeah, it's got Greek in it. It's got Italian in it, right? It's got German, it's got all that stuff in it because it's a mixture of all of that. And America came out of there, that's what it's talking about. Anyway, so the woman saw the tree was good, so she disobeyed. Right? She was listening to disobeyed God, she listened to the serpent. Oh, I see I'm buffering again. Okay, let me see if this continues. I just have to stop. All right. So she goes ahead and does it. Now you understand the angel, because when you understand Genesis, then you go back to Revelation. You see, it's two different things happening here. See, because in this case, she eats, right? So what eat, and then Adam ate, right? She first. She went to her first, America. Bitch followed suit, right? And both eyes came open. Now, when you look there, you see a tree of good and tree of evil. They're also eyes. You have to understand the key for that. That means when they come in, now they have eyes. Now they have eyes. And in that position, they take us out. They can pretend to us because this whole process of 500 years will turn us into gods. I'm just getting. I don't want to get too deep here. Those that have been following this understand what I'm talking about. See? Because that's what the serpent told me. You become gods. Go back here. It says, God knows you can eat, and you become like God, knowing good and evil. No, go back. Well, I thought I saw the problem, but it's looking better, but I'm not sure it's good enough. See? So what happened? Okay, so they ate. That's what happened here. You understand the angel key, what it means? That's when they attack, destroy us. So this would tell their plan was to take us out. See? And then they clothe themselves, put clothes up. So in other words, if you understand angel key, there's so much here about this. And then they bring the clothes, pull their clothes up. See, they do that, and they leave false Israel exposed, right? And then after they take us out, right, they leave them exposed. They go take us out. Bottom line is, I'm going to skip later on. They lead the Middle East, right? But they give false all these assurances. They take us out. And then once they do that, right, they lied to false Israel. And hold on, Bob. Somebody do something here. Something happened. Oh, just hold on a second. I think it's be more fun if I do this. Give me a second. Give me a second, brothers and sisters. I tell you, I spend days and hours and make sure that stuff is right. It still comes out. Okay. It's more fun if I do this, so I go ahead and do it. Okay. All right. Okay. Hopefully I'm not buffering anymore. Okay. Okay. So, to catch up. Hopefully it's not showing anything on my YouTube. There it goes. Okay. So here we somebody here, right? This one serpent. They get ready, right? This is where our this condition right now in time. Because they're planning right now our destruction. They're actually planning our destruction as we speak. I'm going to go into more detail of that in a few minutes. Okay? So then that's when they attack, see? They got to take us out first because false Israel is what's the distraction that's keeping us distracted from knowing who we are. See, so false Israel got assurances, right? Because I don't want to go too deep in this, bonuses, but see how so-called America's like kind of backing off from falsehood a little bit, right? See, that's no story. Anyway, they give them assurances, right? And then what happens? And after they take us out, then they leave false Israel to be taken out because they don't like false Israel either. They was trying to destroy false Israel for the last 2,000 years. They came close in the 30s when the so-called found solution, and then they had, because Elijah Muhammad said messed up, upset the apple cart, so to speak, right? He threw a monkey, what they call a monkey wrench into the thing, whatever, you know what I mean, right? And he upset the whole thing. So they had to put false Israel in there to offset, because they didn't want us to know who we are. See? And so he saved them, because all of a sudden they was killing one day, next day was loving them. But it's only temporary. They still hate them. The Jews and the Christians hate each other, and they've been trying to wipe each other out for the last 2,000 years. The only exception is when Elijah Muhammad came and declared it. No, where Jesus said, no, you're a liar. You're not seed Abraham. You're the father of the devil, so forth, so on. Elijah Muhammad repeated that based on what Master Muhammad said, and I do not represent Elijah. Right? And they said, oh, so they had set false Israel to blunt that. Right? So once they did that, but now once they take us out, they don't need it anymore. It's our problem solved. That's the plan. That's the plan they have right now. False Israel has got a hint of it. That's when everybody's doing what they're doing. I'm not going to this. I explained this earlier in another presentation. Right? Why they doing it? Because they got a hint of this. See? Maybe I should say something a little bit. See, false Israel is trying to get America to take out Iran. If they can get America to take out Iran, they can take over the whole Middle East. The only thing stopping them is Iran. They could overrun House of Assad. They already overran Iraq and Syria and Lebanon. So what's left? You see? So they have control of the Middle East. And have control of the Middle East, they control all the oil in the Middle East. And then they got America by the Christians. Because the Europeans and America are totally dependent on oil in the Middle East. See, the fight breaks back on. See, and we out of the picture. And the fight is back on. And they got nuclear weapons. So now, you understand? Let me just move on, brothers and sisters. That's the active plan right now. Okay, let's talk about a few other things, brothers and sisters. Put myself back in here so you know I'm here. Why do the nations rage and the people imagine a vain thing? The kings of earth set themselves up and rulers take counsel against the Lord. Now the earth represents European countries and false Israel. But see, it says the rulers of earth, they have played against God's anointed. That's us. See? Say, why do nations rage? All the nations, not just the kings of earth, they're all the nations. I told all nations against us. And the people imagine a vain thing. Imagine, something it can't happen, but they imagine they can do it. The earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, against Master Muhammad and against his anointed and his son and the Master of the covenant, and against his anointed, saying, see, counsel all against the Lord and against his anointed. Who's his anointed? Master of the covenant, not flying Farrakhan. Let's break their bands asunder, cast their cords from us, that he that says in heaven shall laugh. Master Muhammad will laugh at them. And the Lord shall have them in derision. What Lord is that, right? Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Right? Speaking of which, that's the angel message. That's what he's speaking. Right? It says a vain thing. Why do the nations rage and meet imagine a vain thing? See? You want to destroy us. Okay, well, watch this. Yet have set my king upon my holy hill Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord has said unto me, thou art my son. This day I have forgotten thee. Ask to me, I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance. And I told you, this process, is to turn them devils into our eternal slaves. See, I'll give them as inheritance. They ain't going to destroy them as inheritance. They're going to inherit them. I try to explain the evolutionary process, the last creation process. They call it evolution, creative process. So now they're going to be the intermediate between us and the animals, because they're beasts that speak, are speaking beasts. The animals, they speak. That's why the Quran calls it, I was raised with beasts from the earth that will speak to you. It's a speaking beast. They love animals so much. They act like animals because they're beasts. But they're speaking beasts, so we communicate with them and have them do what we want to do with the beast, because we have to maintain control of the beast, right? Okay, let's move on. That's a whole nother story altogether. As to me, I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and other most parts of earth for thy possession. The whole, all of it, all the horrors is going to be yours, ours. And thou shalt break them with a rod of iron. That's from Muhammad. His shield out of wrath of a rod of iron. You need to understand angel key for this stuff. Thou shalt dash them to pieces like a potter's vessel. She's going to just wipe them out. Be wise now, therefore, O ye kings, be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the God with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry. You know, my message of covenant said, better kiss him, but he get angry, and ye perish from the way, with his wrath is a kindle but little. If he's just a little angry at you, that's your ass. Just a little bit. Blessed are they that put their trust in him. Blessed those that put their trust, that seek in the message of the covenant. That's what he's talking about. Blessed are those that seek in the message of the covenant. Yeah. Am I reading it right, brother? Then you read it and tell me what it means. Okay. Listen to this one. Keep thou silent, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. That's the devils. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They're planning against us crafty, against thy people, and consult against thy hidden ones. Who's the hidden one? That's the elect. I keep telling you, that's another story, right? They have said, come, let's cut them off from being a nation. That the name Israel be no more in remembrance. See, because they're pretending to be Israel, but we was true Israel. They're not real. We Israel. You get it? Okay, whatever. We Israel. Right? They ain't real. For they have counseled together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. Listen to this carefully. The tabernacles of Edom, Israelites, and Moab. They're talking about there. It's over there. Ishmael, them. They're part of this. I tell you, all the nations against us, all of them. See? They're in cahoots with that. They plan together. That's one of the reasons why false Israel's still there. I says, because where they getting off from? If the Arabs hate them so much, why just come up at all? That'd be in the false Israel, wouldn't it? They ain't getting it from America. They get it from the Middle East. That's simple. Nobody ever thought about that one, have they? Who's fueling them? Stop fueling them and they dry up. See? And the Palestinians. So that's why I have no love for them. That's consequences they're going through, but the point is, they're a sign. See? Not a sign for us to be loving them, it's a sign for abomination of desolation. So just put things on your mind, brother. Do unto them as you unto the Midianites, whatever, and Seir, and I can't pronounce these names. Okay. Oh God, make them like wheel that stumble before they went, and fire burns the wood. Or in other words, just tear the heads up. You can read it on your own, brothers. Let's get them. With vengeance. Now, they said a plot against them, but do we know what the plot is? Can we have any idea what the plot is or how it works? I mean, what the nature of it is? The snare that they planning? That's what we want to know. So that's what I'm going to try to endeavor to tell you, brothers and sisters here. We're going to connect some dots here and see if that makes any sense to you at all. See if I can get myself out of the way here. I don't want to get in the way of writing, but anyway. That basically says, a new king rose up in Egypt, this, right, which knew not Joseph. He said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more admired than we. It's some of us. It's more of us, and we're stronger than them. Anybody knows athletics and everything else, even the demons, because they got some of our blood in them, right? Oh, the people of the children of Israel are more admired than we. You know, back during the so-called house, which back in the fields, they said it was more slaves than it was devils. That's no story. Come, let's deal wisely with them. Remember the other one says, let's deal cunningly with them, shrewdly with them. At least they multiply and come into pass. Always there be so many of them, right? And when it comes to pass that there falls out of war comes, and they join to our enemies and fight against us. Why would they want to do that? Because you're their enemies. And get up out of there. In other words, leave. Go back to the Abrahamic covenant. All this stuff that's built in the background here. Why would they go? Leave land and go where? They're talking about Abrahamic covenant. They won't say it directly, but they understand the angel key that they're talking about. Right? And talking about they are enemies because why would they fight against? If we just like them, like they say, and we part of America and everything else, and why we want to fight against them? Because now we got our right mind back. You understand? See? And so if war comes, we're going to fight. See, and Farrakhan, he's setting you up because he's saying, no, if America gets on the fight, we're going to help. That's when Elijah went to jail to stop that. They put him in jail in World War II because he said, we ain't got no business fighting for them. You know, we should. If the secret setting you up, follow this carefully. But the more they afflict them, the more they multiplied, they grew grief. And they was grieved. Said people were grieving because of you. They wish you was gone. They don't come and tell you your face. They wish you was gone. They said they're grieving over you. Man, I wish these niggas get out of here. To get rid of them. So if we can get rid of them, what's going on here? Let's do this. Oh, I have no idea what that is. My phone's just going crazy. I can't get rid of this. Okay. Yeah, story of my life. It says, these people, they're telling you. And the thing is, how do you know you hate somebody hates you? How do you know somebody hates something? If you give them a car to hate it, if they love it, they're going to leave it like it is. They might shine and polish it, but they're not going to change it. But they're going to change it. They change everything in it. That means they hate what you gave them. They want something. They want something else. And when they do that, they change us 100%. That means hate us 100%. They change our nature. They try to change our nature because they got demons out there, right? So those black folks, they got their nature. Right? So they try to do that by raping our women. See? And so you can say, in a way you can say, denatured black folks, right? And they change names, culture, religion, everything. That means they hate us 100%. They change us 100% completely. This is easy to understand, brothers and sisters. Okay, so let's go on. Where are we here? Okay, now, let's get to, and the king of Egypt, there's somewhat text is, I don't want people think I'm cutting stuff out, but ellipsis to say I'm just cutting, right? I'm saying the whole thing, I'm going to get to the part that I'm trying to focus on. Said, when you do the office of the midwife to the Hebrews and women, see, in other words, you know, when they get to go to labor and you're there, and you know, you midwives, you know, you did a help to labor, right? See that upon the stools and see them upon the stools. In other words, you know, they're about to give birth, right? If it be a son, you shall kill him. If it be a daughter, then shall live. In other words, they said, destroy the seed. Remember, they said, let's destroy this nation. That's how you destroy a nation, destroy the seed. See, that's what they tried to do during because they tried to destroy the seed because they prevented us from dealing with women, but they produced their own seed. That's as chaff said. They would show this chaff amongst the wheat. They sowed their own seed in our women, so now you got a black nation that's not black. They look, but they ain't. That's the demons. You understand? That's let the women live, right? So that was We destroyed it. Now, but you got these, and they got our nature. Right? So they're not going to fight against us or nothing. Right? And they still be our servants. You see? But they be denatured. Don't have to worry about them anymore. They're not a national security threat at that point because they got our nature. But if we had fear God and did not, as the king command them, but say to men, children alive, they didn't do it. Let's get back to our sisters, who the only reason why we're still here is because of sisters. And that's no story altogether, man. I should spend time talking about it, but I want to move on, brothers and sisters. Further charge you say, every son that is born, you shall cast to the river, and every door you shall save alive. Now we get to the meat of it. Now, if you look at Angel Key, the river, right? Now, some translations say now, it's not now, it's river. So you understand the river and the sea, they're together. They're together. It says, throw them into. So the river and the sea, that's a war. It says they got, 200 million man army. It says they have a 200 million man army. Now, there's only about 300 million people in America altogether. The best they could raise an army is 5 or 10 million, something like that there, if that much. Because, you got 40 million blacks in America, and if you talk about take a half, that's about 20 million, but I'm just rounding off, right? 20 million, and then you say, well, that's take the males out, the females, that's 20 million, and the old folks are bound about maybe 10 million, and the ones in jail, that's because one in jail, remember, they're not producing. That's a form of abortion. The first thing was abortion, kill a seed, and they're in prison for long term or life. They're never going to produce anything. That's another form of abortion. You don't see it that way. That's where it is. Because remember, they try to stop you from producing. And what's the effective way to stop producing? Short of just killing you, is put you in prison. That will stop producing. And they got millions of our black people in prison right now. I don't know if they're going to tell the truth about it, right? But right now it says 32% of the people, 1/3 of the people in prison right now, right, are blacks. So what's the prison population? They won't get actual number. Apply the total federal. That's the federal. Oh, they're gonna make it. They're gonna make it hard. What race is high population rating? Okay, now give me a number. But it's millions. They give a set. That's where you hide it. You didn't know. And anyway, 33%, 1/3 people in prison are blacks. Unfortunately, if you didn't understand that, right? So they brought the children, right, that the women have, and then they put the males that had seed in prison, so they can't even produce a child. It's a form of abortion. That's what they're afraid of. That's one way of doing it. They said, do it the way you won't see it. And so they start putting blacks in prison for all the small, slice of things, right? Okay. Understand that. See? Okay. But if you look at the world today right now, and you say, why is these things happening? Everybody's saying it don't make any sense. Why are they provoking China? Why are they provoking Russia? Why are they provoking Iran? Why are they bringing people across the border? Because that's all part of the plan. Once you understand this, you understand exactly what they're doing. Because then it makes sense. The angel clears everything up. See? Because they want a war with China. Right? They still want a nuclear war. Because a war with China, right, would be, what they call the word they use, I forget the word they use, it meant, anyway, the war which they would, it meant that most America put a military force in the field. Remember, the blacks that's left, they would take, and Farrakhan's already set up, right? Because they would take and draft them. So that would take, remember, you got them in prison, you got them on drugs, and then the rest of them you put in the military. Because if they were with China, they would authorize them to draft everybody, every able-bodied black person, and white first too. But you remember, they always get ways to get out of it, right? See? What's that? I can't think of the word right now, bro. Anyway, the bottom line is that that's why I said throw them in the river. Throw them into that war. So that would, if you put like 10 million, say to put 10 million, field 10 million army, to a 20 million man army, and every time they went against the Chinese, they always lost. You got to understand that one. Okay, that'd wipe out maybe another 10 million of black people. Remember, young ones, the ones they can draft. You understand that? See, because that's what he's trying to cut. So when they do that, the ones in the prison, abortion, between all three of these things, because remember, they tried abortion, so cut the seed off, prison is part of that. And then, throw them into the river, the males. So in the river, that war. So they want a war with China, they want a war with Russia, but they don't want a nuclear war. See? You know, I can't, attrition, that's the word. More of attrition. That means, right, you're just wiping out people. So in other words, if you got 100 people and they got 10 people, a war of attrition, that means you're going to win because you're going to lose 10, they're going to lose 10, but they lose all of theirs. You still got 90 left. War of attrition. And so they know a fight a war with China, it'd be a war of attrition because they cannot field up 200 million people. But the angel tells you, we know they can. Between China and India, they could field up 200 million easy. Because together, they what? Together, about 2 or 3 billion people between us two. That's what it's telling you. That's what they throw them to the river. That's what they mean, brothers and sisters. This is their actual plan right now. That's why they push it. They wonder what people say, why America want this war? It's crazy. See? Because they have a war. Once you pretty much wiped out, right? Then they say, okay, we go nuclear if we don't stop. So everybody stops there because they don't want to want nuclear war, but now you're gone. There's a story in Korea. I can't remember what this person named Jack Webb. He used to be in this movie, TV show called FBI or something like that, right? And he was in a special unit in Korea. It was something like special forces back then in the 50s. And they were like top soldiers. And then when the war was almost over, they didn't want those folks to come back home. So he said he wanted survivors. He said it's on a suicide mission to make sure they didn't survive. He said he was one of the few to survive. He told a story. Anyway, I don't know if that matters or not. That's what they tell you, that's their plan. That's why they want this war. Because if they have a war with China, they would have to draft people. And they would draft all these young black folks. And you will not come back. And Elijah did mention he said there'd be a war, and you go, but he said it'd be in Europe. You go, and it'd be millions going on a few hands going back. That's the way. And what's left, they can manage. What's the old black man, right? Whatever, they can manage. We just wipe it out. That's the plan. That's the plan right now, because that's what he's doing right now. And the other thing is, that's why he brings people across the border. There's a transition team, because blacks got all these transition jobs, living birds and all that kind of stuff, right? So they bring people across the border. So, because they're going AI, and so they need you and the transition team to span across the border. So once you're gone, they can fill in until the the transition from manual, because they don't need you Burger King anymore. They don't need you Popeye anymore. They already said, Elon Musk and all of them had a big meeting about this. They don't need it. They said, but what are we going to do with the people? What are we going to do with the people? So they keep on the low. Don't speak on that. Because if they know about it, if they know it's a snare, they won't fall into it. So no, don't speak on that. See? Don't speak on it. Because they asked this guy, I can't think what his name was. He was from Texas. He was running for president back in when Penny was running. And they asked him, says, right. He caught him off guard. So he says, oh, well, we're just going to send everybody checks. They don't have to work anymore. You believe that? You believe it's going to send you a check? You're going to get a check every month? You ain't got to work nothing. They're going to give you, and you can live off of that? I can't remember what his name was, right? Because that's on the low. Because they don't need you anymore. They don't need people to fix cars. They don't need to flip burgers. They don't need you anymore. They got machines to do all that better than you. But they got to figure a way to get rid of you. That's the other way. Not only that, COVID was part of the plan too. It was a plan. But I'm just making the main plan what the Bible's talking about here. Attack you. It's two stories, two plans. Get you first and then take care of false Israel, because they don't want them either. But they got to get you first because they don't want you to understand what's going on. So they got to get you while you're still stupid and deaf, dumb and blind. Or you don't know what's going on. Element of surprise. And then, you understand? That's what's going on, brothers and sisters. And they're planning this right now. That's why they antagonize these countries. They want a war. They want a war. Somewhere a nuclear war. And that's what it will be. It will be a war. You see what Ukraine having a war there. They ain't nuclear yet. That's a little test case. Understand that? Okay. That's what it says. Throw them into the river. You understand the answer key for that. Just throw them into the river. Why you got to throw them in the river? Just kill them. No, throw them in the river because it means a war. The young ones, the ones that are just producing. They want to get rid of the seed. See, and the daughter's right. See, they're the demons. They produce more black faces, but that's their nature. See, so that's why it's two. Knowledge of good, knowledge of evil. The Christians and the Muslims. Knowledge of good and knowledge of evil. See it right there. Okay, that's their plan. Let's move on. So I'm just talking about things, brothers and sisters. That's their plan. See? That's before, right? This plan would go into effect. They're trying to move it effect. That's why they're trying to hold false Israel back. See? But they don't want to go there yet until they take us out. Because they don't want false Israel to go, and plus they have to help false Israel, and that means they might succeed, and then they'll take over the Middle East, and then they'll build up a hand. No, they hold the back, says, right? And trying to put some distance in them, but still feel weapons. They can't, because they can't. It's like a catch-22. They got to support them because they keep us in suspense. We don't understand what's going on, so we just walk to the snare. But they want to get rid of them, so they got to keep supporting them, keep holding them up there until they get rid of us. That's why America's in this country now. They send mixed signals. Okay, let's move on, brothers and sisters. Let's look at this. And that day and hour knoweth no one, even the angels of heaven, neither the Son, but the Father only. Only Master Muhammad knows that day and hour. So I was trying to explain to you, right? And as were the days of Noah, so shall become the Son of Man. For as the day in those days which were before the flood, they were eating, drinking, marrying, and giving in marriage, doing their thing until the day that Noah entered into the ark, right? And they knew not until the flood came and took them away, so shall become a Son of Man. Could be surprised. Then shall two, and this is a good one here. All of them are good, right? Then shall two, now I'm sure you probably missed this if you read this before, but at least you can see it. Let me just do it this way. Now, then shall two be in the field, one taken and one left. There should be two men in the field. Why did it say two men in the field? One taken, one's left, and two women shall be grinding at the mill, one taken, one's left. See? So it's two together. But we see that's when, right? See, this is, I call it the pause. See, because this when they go in, actually I'm not showing it here. This when they come and kick out of the Middle East, the false Israel still exists. You understand? It's surrounded. It's about to be destroyed, but it hasn't. And that's the pause, because they're waiting to see what happens. Because they know false Israel, right, is destroyed. Look where false Israel's going to go. They got to take us out. That's the pause. So they're looking. They kicked out of the Middle East, but is false Israel going to survive or not? That's the pause before they actually attack us. That's at that time. That's when you see them drowned by those armies. That's the time you got to flee, because false Israel destruction is not. It's about to happen. But that's the pause. Okay, we kicked out, right? But are they going to survive or not? So you got to flee at that time, because they waiting to see what's going to happen to false Israel, right? Okay. But it says during that time, see, just get that to flee. They don't say it, but you got to read between the lines, bro. It says, then shall why two men? Okay. The NOI is represented as men in the angel key, right? And so is Magog. The demons represent female, right? And so is Gog, Eve. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're telling you. So that means they're the ones, they're taken, they're fleeing, and they're left. I'm sure you missed that one too. I said, well, I already said two men. It says two men in the field, one taken, one left, right? Two female, two women, one taken, one left. That's what happened. God is female, and so because that demon there, that's female. That's where it's characterized as an angel. And Magog is male, right? And it's considered male. That's how he set up on your angel key. And that's why woman taken, one left. That's that time, that pause when they're fleeing. Okay? Okay, brothers and sisters, let's move on. Just put some things together here. Okay, I just showed, did I show that? Okay. Okay. Okay, I messed that one up. Anyways, move on to that. Oh. What happened there? How did that get messed up? Go ahead now. So I had to mess with this. I know I fixed that right. I double checked it. I'm going to take a minute to fix this, brothers and sisters. It's unbelievable. Unless I got Alzheimer's, I know I fixed that. I'm positive. When it happened like that. But it's informative, so take a minute to fix it if I can. Wow, unbelievable. next one. See here. Okay, I'm taking one left. Oh. Can't believe I did that. Okay. Okay. Over here. Okay. Okay. Go that way. And watch this. Okay. Don't know why I'm doing that, so not gonna speculate. Okay, and okay, I think that'll work. Okay, I think that'll work. Okay, bro, since this is we're taking one left, right? So what's that mean? Okay. That's the fleeing. That's fleeing, brothers and sisters. See, it's there. It don't say fleeing, but those who understand injured key should recognize that. So you got to be very careful, read this, and pay attention, close attention. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Watch therefore, for ye know not on what day the Lord cometh. But know this, if the master, I mentioned this, if the master of the house had known in what watch and what watch that, and what time whether the thief was coming, he would have watched. Remember, it says the Son of Man comes as a thief in the night. So from his thief here, right? He would have watched and would not have suffered his house to be broken in through. Or which he would have kept us from getting out of here. He would have killed us. Because that's what they're trying. That's what they're trying to do. They don't want to, remember, they don't want to leave the country. That's what it says. They'll go to war and then they leave the country. Take advantage of the Abrahamic covenant. Therefore, be also ready for the hour that ye think not, Son of Man's coming. So no one knows but Master Muhammad, but they're going to be surprised. Because when he shows up, that's when it's broken into. They get their mind back. Once they get their mind back, they can't do anything to them. Remember, they can't hear. Once they get their mind back, five fields and they activate it, they can't do anything to them. Nothing. Can't hear them here on their head. So it's the same thing as like they're leaving, but they're on their way out. Understand? So he wouldn't suffer his house be broken in through. So he ain't saying the man's going to take this people out of the house. Says it's going to happen. They're going to break into the house. You understand? See, he would have known, and that's something how to be broken in through or into. Okay, so he's still here. But now he has possession. Or same thing, the good man of the house. So they call it the good man, right? So same thing here. Now watch this one. I come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? But have a baptism, right? I have a baptism to be baptized with, and how I am straitened on distress to accomplish. Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? No, I tell you, nay, but rather division. And watch this carefully. Understand your key for this, because the mother represents America, the daughter represents Russia, the father represents Britain. The son represents Europe, right? And daughter-in-law, right? That would be see, you got a daughter out here, but you got a daughter, the wife of the son would be the daughter-in-law. Pay attention to these things. So the mother be against the daughter-in-law and daughter against the mother-in-law. That's the demon what I tell you is going to take place here, right? Okay. From here, but you got to watch this carefully. From henceforth, there should be 5 in one house divided 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. This is a special thing they're saying here because that doesn't comport with the mother against daughter and father against son and daughter-in-law. That doesn't comport. That's a whole different division here. Because it says 3 against 2 and 2 against 3. Who is the 2? Well, you know, 2 together is God and America are going to be together. And they're going to be against the other 3. Other 3 are going to be against them. Remember I told you? You had a demon war going on here. I explained that to you before. The demon war is going on right here. Also, you have Europe and Russia going against America and UK. That's what I've been telling you. I said they're going to betray America, right? And go along with Russia, because when the war breaks out in the Middle East, right? See, that's the fire that's come upon the earth when the war breaks out there, and Iran kicks them out. You understand? They're all because the economies collapse. The European economies collapse, and they have no oil, but Russia has plenty of oil. And so the only way they can survive is they got to be nice with Russia, and Russia starts fueling them, because they can't fight the Russia anything with no oil. Because they need oil for the fuel of their military. So now they make nice. So now they betray America, and now America's getting hell. Remember I told you a minute to you, I says, I'm getting east and I'm getting west. I'm getting mother against daughter and daughter against mother. That means they fought biting against each other. This ain't America attacking them. That means they're fighting with each other. That's the locust war. You understand? That's what happened here. That's the way about Samson. 2 against 3 and 3 against 2. And then you got Europe and Europe, right, where America's over there fighting, right, and getting their ass kicked. Because Russia's at them. And Europe turned against NATO. It's back to what I've been telling you. Okay? You got to pay attention to that part 2 against 3 and 3 against 2. But these 2 are together, so they're against these 3. Now look at this. And you seek not ye what ye shall eat or what shall drink, neither be ye of doubtful mind. You ain't got this sealed Bible mind anymore. Doubtful mind. For all these things do the nations of the world seek after, and your Father knoweth that ye have need of these things, but rather seek ye the kingdom of God. The covenant, right? Your home that you're seeking, and all these things shall be added to you once you get home. All that stuff you have once you get home. See, fear not, little flock, for it's your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom. Understand? I'm just giving you some quotes here, brothers and sisters. Okay? You're against mother against daughter, father against son, and we know. They broke it. And I told you this. I told you this years ago. Just before Brexit, I told you this would happen. Britain and Europe are going to split, and they will turn against each other. They're not a part of the European Union anymore. In fact, like I said, they're not part of Europe anyway. And this is Satan control all the nations. I'm not going to go into that, brothers and sisters. Okay, that's pretty much it, brothers and sisters. I guess I covered everything. I may go into more detail. Farrakhan, he's Lord. That's why he tells people, a lot of people that sitting there on Sundays, I spoke this over. If you had time and everything, and you could track them from the time they leave there on Sundays, go home and see them next day, see them walk around in their panties and lipstick and all that stuff on. They're paid by the government. They used to just show up there on Sunday because they don't want you to see an empty house. Most of those sisters in here are just plants. They pay them to show up on Sunday. Right? Just plants. See? So, because they don't want you to picture an empty house. See? They're not even Muslim. Just pay to be there. Okay, we give you $50 to show up on Sunday. Whatever. He's gone. I ain't gonna say he's eating toast because you eat toast. We don't want nothing. We don't want none of this stinking ass, right? But that's what it is. Total ass, and he's gonna pay the price. Right? Okay, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna leave it there. So I hope I covered all this, and I hope you understand, right? What the war is about, why they're trying to do it. That's what Master Muhammad. They're planning this right now. They plan to go to war with Russia, China. Right now, that's why they're trying to hold forces back, because they want them. They want them last. Trying to go war with them. They get our youngsters wiped out. Then they want the war over there to knock out Israel. That's the plan. Master Muhammad is going to take and preempt that, force them to go to war with Iran first. You see? And take out force Israel first. You understand? Take out force Israel first. Because force Israel goes down, our people, the angel is activated. It's already uploaded. It's already installed. Just has to be, was it open? Activated? It's already there. They installed it on our minds 500 years ago. They uploaded our minds. If we look at that way, they uploaded our minds 500 years ago. See? But it's deactivated because it's inside of the sealed Bible. By definition, the Bible is sealed. That means there's something inside of it. See? And so it's there. It has to be activated. And what's keeping it from being deactivated? False Israel. When first goes out, it gets activated. And once it's activated, that's all the door. So they want him to go to war with Iran first. Want heaven first. Farrakhan said, no. Because he's part of the damn plan. No, it's going to be Europe. Ukraine's going to spread all over. It's Armageddon. No, Armageddon is their plan. You see? They want that war first with Russia and China. That's why they're pushing it. And by that, they get rid of us, throw us into that war, get rid of us, and then they want to war with Iran. He's going to flip the script. He's going to take some, you got to war with Iran first. He's going to turn the whole thing around. You understand, brothers and sisters? Hope you did. Hope you got it. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, brothers and sisters.